Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we sift through corporate filings so you don't have to. Today we're diving into RenovoRx's latest proxy statement. It's not exactly a thriller, but it does give us a peek behind the curtain and the numbers can be quite telling. Let's see if this medical device company is on the right track or if there are some red flags we need to discuss. So this proxy statement is all about their upcoming annual meeting. Shareholders get to vote on important stuff like who sits on the board of directors, changes to employee compensation plans, and which accounting firm gets to check their books. It's like a corporate election and you get to cast your ballot if you own stock. One of the key proposals is about amending their equity incentive plan. This is how they plan to pay their employees, in part using company stock. They want to add more shares for this plan and change how it grows each year. Basically, they want to make sure they have enough stock to keep their employees happy and motivated. This can be important because it can affect the overall value of the stock you own. Another important thing is they're asking the shareholders to approve their choice for their accounting firm. The board's audit committee wants Frank Reimerman to be their independent public accounting firm for the year. It's like asking you to approve their homework checker. It's important because those accountants are the ones making sure the financial numbers are honest and follow the rules. Now, who's running the show? It's important to know if the board of directors is independent, meaning they don't have personal connections that could cloud their judgment. The report says that 4 out of their 6 directors are considered independent. This is important because independent directors are supposed to look out for all shareholders, not just the company's management. The audit committee reviews the company's accounting and makes sure everything is in order. They get to look under the hood and tell everyone else if the engine looks clean. It's good to know that they recommended the board include the audited financial statements in the company's annual report. Let's peek at how the top executives are getting paid. We have a table here with their salaries, bonuses, and stock options. It shows the compensation for the Chief Executive Officer, Chief Medical Officer, and Chief Clinical Officer. Sean Bagai, the CEO, had a base salary of $520,000. In 2024, he also got a bonus of about $400,000 and stock options worth approximately $259,000. That brings his total compensation to over $1.2 million. Pin Aga, the chief medical officer, made $0 in salary, approximately $170,000 in bonus, and had stock options worth almost $120,000, as well as a consulting fee of nearly $303,000. All in his compensation totals approximately $603,000. Lisa Gentry, the chief clinical officer, had a base salary of approximately $39,000 and bonus of roughly $178,000 and a bonus of like $78,000. Her total compensation package was a little under $900,000. These are the big salaries for a small company. You have to wonder if it's necessary. A lot of executive pay comes in the form of stock options. So let's see how many shares are set aside for these plans. They've got around 2.8 million shares available for stock options and similar rewards. That's a significant chunk of the company. And it's something shareholders should pay attention to. If too many shares are set aside, it will reduce ownership of existing shareholders. Who owns the most of the company? As of April 2025, Sean Bagai, the CEO, beneficially owns around 2.67% of the company. Ramtin Aga owns 4.06%. Knowing who owns the company can help understand who has influence and what their goals might be. How much did the company pay its auditors? In 2024, it paid Frank Reimerman approximately $215,000 in audit fees. That's the cost of getting their financial statements checked by an outside expert. Want to have your say. If you're a stockholder, you can submit proposals for next year's meeting, but you have to do it by March 2026. The proxy materials have a whole calendar for when to submit these sorts of suggestions. Up to now, what's my take on all of this? RenovoRx is a company trying to make a difference in the medical device world, specifically in cancer treatment. However, it's still a small company trying to grow. It has potential. However, their recent reports are nothing to celebrate. One thing to consider is the high executive compensation. With over $1 million paid to its CEO, RenovoRx must justify these levels of incentives by way of delivering significant results. Investors should ask if the company is performing well enough to justify those numbers if they are paying top salaries and bonuses without seeing significant sales or clinical milestones. That might be a problem. Another thing is that a company adding more shares to equity incentive plans often means the existing stockholders' shares get diluted, making each share worth a little less. It is something you should be aware of. It depends on the outcome that results from adding and motivating the employees. Overall, RenovoRx needs to focus on meeting clinical milestones, proving their technology works, and then turning that into real revenue. Until then, they're just another promising company burning through cash XD. That's the story hidden inside RenovoRx's proxy statement. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give us a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Let me know which company I should decode next.